Hi everyone, it's Dr. Pauline from Arc of Life Chiropractic and Massage in Ottawa, and we love having all of our pregnant women in the office. And one of the questions that we often get asked is, what stretches do we recommend that could help support your chiropractic care, not only to allow for better movement, proper movement of the spine and the pelvis, to ease tension along the spinal cord, but also, of course, all those things are going to help for a more comfortable and enjoyable pregnancy, as well as obviously allowing for hopefully a better optimal position for the baby to be in for better birth. So today we have one of our awesome patients, Julia, who's going to help us out today. And before I bring her in, we're just going to talk about a few tips to remember. So during these stretches, of course, it should always be gentle, slow, comfortable movements. None of these should be fast, none of them should be bouncing. Remember that your ligaments are going to be a little more stretchy. You know, we've got, good relaxing throwing through there. So they're going to be a little bit looser, your joints are a little looser. So just make sure you're slow, controlled, comfortable, gentle movements for your body. It's more about moving than it is about stretching or getting an exercise in. And then also remember to breathe. So in holding your positions, you should be between around 10 to 30 seconds. You could do it a little bit longer if it's feeling really good for you. A good way of remembering that is also just focusing on your breath. So I like to kind of concentrate on it at least a good 5 breaths when you're doing that. And you want to remember with all stretching, as far as inhaling, you want to inhale before you go into movement, exhaling as you're moving through that movement, and then you can inhale as you return back to that position. And then if you're holding a stretch, you can also, again, do that breathing technique, but as you're exhaling each time, you can gently move in a little bit deeper into that stretch. Okay, so here's Julia. Julia's a mom who is, how many weeks pregnant now?
34.
34 weeks.
Yeah.
And you have how many kids?
1 little girl, almost 3.
Yay! And Julie's also an amazing doula as well too. So feel free to watch. We're going to have a link for her website as well too. So we're going to just go through a few, really our top 5 stretches that we love for pregnant women. So the first one's going to be child's pose. A lot of these are pretty much yoga stretches, but they're the 5 ones that we love for pregnant moms. And so in child's pose, you're going to be with your knees in that deep sort of open position and have your toes together, big toes touching, arms stretched forward like this, and really just think about your spine lengthening as well as your belly just kind of hanging, and just feel that nice relaxation of your muscles throughout. Okay? A modification to that, if you find that there's any pressure on your belly, you can kind of come up onto your elbows. Elbows should be just below your shoulders, and again, nice neutral neck, and think about just lengthening across within the spine here. Okay? One more modification to that, because it's always a thing that we have those rounded shoulders, especially through with technology, but especially as pregnant moms, that rounded position, as things start changing and getting tighter and heavier, is really opening up in through here into the chest, and again stretching back into the shoulders so we avoid that rounding. So this here, with a nice exercise ball, nice comfortable way of allowing that to open up. Okay, so we're going to go to the next stretch, which is going to be a cat-cow position. So you're going to be on all fours. Knees underneath your hips, wrists below your elbows, wrists below your shoulders in here. And then the cat-cow position, we're going to be rounding up like a cat, really lengthening, feeling that stretch in here. And then inhaling as you're coming in through the other position and allowing some extension to happen within the spine. So you can really modify that to have it be more shallow if you want to be more gentle, or you can deepen it as you feel more comfortable as you go through it. Remember your breath in here. That's perfect. Great, so that's a cat-cow position. From here, we're also going to go into where we're going to do some circles. So this will feel really great, just moving around, just getting to remember just to relax and be free in your movement. And of course, always we want to do things symmetrically, so you're also going to do that the other way in the other direction. Okay, from here, third exercise that we love is a calf stretch. So our calves tend to get really, really tight, sitting too long, walking, not stretching enough, so you can just move into this nice calf stretch and feel that nice gently across. Okay. And then our fourth exercise is going to be pigeon pose. So this one, if you've never done it before, it might seem a little bit awkward to get into it first, but you're going to start from all fours, then you're going to move your foot, so in this case your right foot towards your left wrist, This left leg is going to be extended all the way back, and you can either be leaning forward to get more of a stretch, if that's more comfortable for you, or you can work on to moving up either to your elbows or onto your wrists to get more of a stretch as well. And when you're coming up for me, you can also modify. If you find that feels like it's too much, if you're very, very tight in those hip flexors, sorry, from that pigeon pose, you can also support by putting a block underneath that hip or some pillows there. Keep in mind you can also, again, lighten up the stretch by moving a little bit more over to the right leg, but you should really be feeling that stretch into that left hip flexor in here. Okay. And the last one, which is one of my favorite ones, is a supported wall squat. So we're going to go into a deep squat against the wall. Either have, someone to help you if you need help, or a bar to help you to come down. But we're going to come down into that deep squat position. It's nice to have a block underneath you. That's a yoga block. You could also use a stool if you have it. Remember that your heels should be on the floor, and this nice squat will help to just open into that position, preparing better for birth. One thing to keep in mind is that if you are, say, 32 weeks or past that, into the last stage of your pregnancy, if you know that the baby is breeched or might be breeched, we want to avoid a deep squat like this. And so that's where, again, using the exercise ball and being able to sit on that in a seated position. This is always great throughout your pregnancy, no matter what position that you're in, what position the baby's in. Just look at, again, opening up the pelvis and the hips, moving back and forth. This is a good way to, again, if you're watching TV, you can do this instead of sitting on the couch. But that deep seated squat is great if you know that the baby is head down. That's a great way to allow the baby to engage a little bit further down into the pelvis. Okay, so that's it. That's what we have for today. Our top 5 stretches during pregnancy. Of course, if you have any questions, feel free to ask us in the office or call us or email us at the links below. Thanks.